Hello everyone and welcome to my coloring corner. Today is Wednesday and it's time to work on a work in progresses, of course, and this one we started on Monday and we will be continuing on with our little mouse spying on Santa Claus. Hello Celine, good morning, good morning, good morning. I hope you are doing all right. And for some reason my disclaimer decided that it wasn't going to work, so yeah, that was the glitchy thing. It's always got to be something. And hello all of you lurkers out there. I hope you're all doing well. Zoom you out just a touch there. So how is everybody? How are your Christmas and holiday preparations going? I hope everybody's doing well and getting everything done, not being stressed. If you're stressed, color. It's not what I do, but it's what I'm going to tell you to do. Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm doing okay. I've got almost all the Christmas baking done. I'll be done by the end of the week, so I can get those shipments out, and I think I'm done with the Christmas shopping, so that's good. I think otherwise, it's just all downhill from here. Hello, Danielle. Welcome, welcome. Hopefully the mic is okay. Again, I'm using the camera mic today. I was going to try something else and completely forgot because I got busy doing other things. Just saying. Alrighty, so we're going to work on the rest of his jammies. So we're going to get some greens going here. We're going to start with a yellow green. So we're going to start with, let's start with yellowish green. And we're going to come off of that yellow from the lamp. Oh, not that one, this one. And we're going to alternate this green with the blue. Now this one here, I'm going to do a darker yellow, but we're going to come off the top area with the yellowish green, because this is all the area that the light is hitting. And I'm going to zoom you in so you can actually see what I'm doing, just for the fun of it. There you go. I'll even move him up. Good. I'm glad. This is what I love about you, Renee. What is that? No dilly-dallying. And the back side here, this arm here is not going to have that light green because it's darker. So now we're going to go to spring green, perhaps, if I can find it. All right. And we're going to come in off of that yellow green with the spring green. I don't have a whole lot to talk about, so I'm just better at telling you what I'm doing coloring than I am talking, so let's jump right on in. Alright, now we're going to go into our dark green. So we're going to use some grass green, and then we're going to use some emerald. No, we're going to use some dark green. Dark green, dark green. There we go. Using the grass green first. And what this movement of color is showing is the light that's hitting his arm. And that's why I'm using so many different colors. Then we're going to come down further into that dark area here. And basically what this will do is it will help the eye see that beam of light coming out of the room Santa is in. Oh, well, thank you. Everybody's welcome here. Well, mostly everybody's welcome here. I try to be welcoming. There are some days I'm just grumpy, though. I'm not very welcoming on those days. Probably should not stream on those days. Now I'm coming in with that dark green. Like so. Alright, now I need to sharpen this pencil. Just so I can get a little bit finer point and get down into the edges here a little bit darker. Like so. And there we have one of his arms done. And now we're going to do the same thing but with blue. So I'm going to sharpen this blue. Hello, Wicca! Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good to see you, darling. Oh, be careful. Coming in with that light green or light blue into the yellow, which is going to create a little bit of a green color. At the very edges where it combines. All right, and then we're going to go in with our medium tone. Voice to text, voice to text. One of these days this tickle is going to go away and I'll feel better. Every once in a while I just get this weird tickle in my throat, especially if I try talking too much. But I like talking. So the blue I used first was Cerulean blue, and then I'm going to use Phthalo blue. And I know I pronounced that wrong, but it's alright. This part here is going to be darker, so I'm going to come down further. And then we're going to use dark azure blue. I have a vision in my brain of how I want this to look. If it's going to look like that, I'm not positive. But we will try. That's all we can do, right? The P is silent. Phthalo blue. It's very possible. Like I said, I never pronounce it right, and I know it. All right, and there we have his one sleeve done. Now the back sleeve we're going to do with the darkest colors. So we're going to start up here on his shoulder area with the dark green. And then we're just going to fill it in with the grass green. Because I don't want it to look like there's any lights hitting it, but I do want it to show the right color. And I could do that with pressures, I guess. And it's always going to be a little tiny bit of light hitting it when there's ambient light in a room, but it doesn't have to be bright like this. So I'm using the grass green and the dark green. And then this one here. That's the curve of his cuff, like this one. So we're going to do that darker because it's curved under. And then our dark blues. So we're going to use phthalo blue. Let's see if I pronounce it right. That was not the darkest one. I think this one's darker. Now I want it a little bit darker than that, so I'm going to take indigo blue and do the edge. this a little darker too. A little bit more shadow under the arm there, like so. Thank you. Alright, so we're going to use the dark azure blue and the indigo. I think it does a better combination. The phthalo is a little bit too light for the shadows. And that was the azure, and then come in with the doing the opposite way around because I don't want the azure to take over the indigo. I want the indigo to be darker. I should do what Emily did and just tack my page down. Then maybe I won't flip it around on you. It's just force a habit. Turn my pages. There we go. Right, now for the little trees on his jammies and his little feet part here. And let's do his little feet part first. So we're going to start with that yellow green. So this is yellowish green. And we're going to get some on this toe. That's about it. Maybe a little bit on here. And then spring green. And then grass green. Put a lazy No, I can flip it around just fine. I don't need a lazy Susan. I need to stop flipping it around so that I don't make people dizzy. And then our dark green. Now this one in the back that's in the shadow, we're going to start with our grass green. And our dark green. like so. I think that one needs a little bit more of the grass green. I think it's light, so it should be smaller. Like that. And let's change that a little bit. A little too yellow. Like that. That's better. Now for the trees, I sharpen this one. The snowdrops we're going to do in white gel pen, so I'm not even going to worry about those. But for the trees, we're going to start with the lighted areas, which is spring green is our starting point. And then we're going to go to our grass green. Hopefully the sharpener isn't too loud. Now even though there's some light hitting the edges of these areas, it's not going to be so bright that you don't see the green of the tree. So that's why I'm only doing it with the two colors for the lighter ones. And we'll do the same thing for the darker ones, just with darker colors. Hello, Sue. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome. Good to see you. And then dark green. So I started with the grass green, and in the deeper part of the shadow, we'll do the dark green. Oh, I forgot grass green on this one. Absolutely. Get in the door. Get in the door, make a cuppa, sit down, relax. No big hurry. I'm here all night. Well, for 2 hours. I think if I was here all night, Bob might have something to say about that. Just saying. Speaking of the devil, he just walked in my door. Hello, dear. Yes. I don't know about everybody, but I'm sure some of you would enjoy it. Wicca says, Bob! He's in his office. He's trying to be quiet because he knows I'm on this mic. Hello, Dawn. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, get your stitching done. Oh, you're not late. You got here exactly when you needed to be. Nobody's ever late for a stream. So I'm just going back and forth between the grass green and the dark green, putting in the shadows for the trees here. Now that one on his knee is going to need a little bit of that light green. And a little bit of grass green. We might actually get the mouse done today. Yay! Now this one here I'm going to do really dark because this is the darkest part of the shadow. Thank you, Dawn. Absolutely. He will probably pop in. Miss this one. He's stuck with you all just like I'm stuck with all of his print-in friends. And the last tree, and then the mouse will be done. All of the snowflakes. Oh, no, there's one up here too. All the snowflakes I will do with a white gel pen after we're done the whole picture. All right, and this one here. And there we have it. So there we have our little mouse and the door. We've got to do our door handle. So we're going to take a little bit of that yellow ochre. And we're just going to put it on the door handle. Areas that the light is hitting. And we're going to take our, I don't want warm gray, I want a cold gray. So we're going to take cool gray number 8. And we're going to come off that yellow. And hopefully I'm still on frame. Hello, Carol. Welcome. Good to see you. And then we're going to take our black. And we're going to color that in like that. And then we have the door handle done. And I'm going to take my brush and I'm going to dust it off, because if I don't, my hand's going to smudge it everywhere. All right, so now we're going to do inside the room, this part here, and then we'll do outside of the room. So the inside of the room, everything's going to be bright and colorful. Outside of the room, it's going to start being darker and more shadowed. So inside the room, we're going to do, well, let's start with jolly old St. Nicholas here. So we're going to need some reds. So let's grab scarlet red. Ouch. And Currant red and a little bit of wine red. This book, this isn't a book, it's actually a free page that Tatiana gave to her Facebook group for a Christmas gift. So this is actually a free page that Tatiana gave to the Facebook group. It is listed below the video. If you are a part of Tatiana's Facebook group, go download it and have fun coloring. The artist for this is Tatiana Bogema. As you all may know, the nice little town drawings. But like I said, she gifted this image for Christmas. So you can go download it from. So I'm starting off with the wine red in the folds of his clothing. And up underneath that area there. And above his belt. And under his hat a little bit here. Alright, and then we're going to take our next red, which is Currant red, and go over top of the wine red Oh. I'm sorry to hear that, Dawn. Nothing worse than an upset tummy. I'm going to come in under here where the edge of the fluff is, because we all know that Santa's clothes are ribbed with a nice white fur. And again, I am using the Koh-i-Noor colored pencils, which are a layering pencil. So the more layers you get down, the brighter and more vibrant the color is. And you just gotta continue to layer and build that color up. I'm gonna go up into his hat here with that wine red. And following the folds and where the fur is. And then a little bit of the Currant. And then the Scarlet. And hopefully it looks okay. Nightbot is busy tonight. He seems to have a mind of his own. I tell him what to do, and he just decides, nope, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do what I want to do. It's almost like he's one of my children. And we're getting all a jolly old St. Nicholas's outfit all done. And the top part we're going to color just like we would if he was in the room. In this area here, it's going to be a little bit brighter as the light comes pouring out of the room. So we're coloring everything inside of the room as if it's nice and bright and cheery, because that's where all the light is. Alright, now we're going to take our cool gray. We're going to do the shadow, undershadow of his garments. So we're going to take cool gray number 6. I think I need to put a little bit more of that shadow in there. Just a little bit. Oh, nobody saw that. It didn't happen. It did not happen. You did not see it. I very, very rarely do that, so it always makes me cry when I do. Makes me pout. Snap a pencil. Alright, and then we're going to dust it off. Make sure I don't rub my hand across it. Alright, now we've got the gray, and we're going to come under his fur areas. Like that. Now we're going to take cool gray number 1. And we're going to blend it in. I got something under the page. Hello, Yana. You are fine. As long as you were relaxing and coloring. It's always great when you get involved in something and time just disappears. This is the wrong gray, but that's okay. We'll work with it. This is warm gray number 8. I wanted the cool gray, but I grabbed the wrong pencil. But that's okay. We'll work with it. And then black. Like so. And then let's grab the actual one that we want, which is cool gray 8. We're just going to put in a little bit of a light shine here on his belt and on his shoes. And then the black. think it's Mrs. Claus that's there. Yeah, Santa usually has pretty flat shoes, so this one's got a heel, so I think it's Mrs. Claus in there. You know what? I really don't like that, so I'm going to actually color it as a proper shoe. Just because. So what that means is I'm going to have to come down like that. There we go. All right, so he's all colored. Now we're going to dust it off again. We're going to do the floorboards. So I need dark brown. Yeah, no doubt. Although there are some days while working that you get involved in something and suddenly it's time to go home. I'm going to turn the page a little bit here on you. And we're going to get into the floorboards. Put a bit of a shadow under where he's standing. And then as we get closer, we're going to have less of the darker color where the light is coming out through the door. And then as we get to the edge of the doorway here, we're going to start darkening it up again. Put that shadow under the door. And his shadow as well. Alright, now the next color we're going to use is Cafe Noir. We're just going to extend that a little bit. I want the floors to have kind of a dark wood feel. So I'm just going over the whole area with the Cafe Noir very lightly because this is going to be our base color. Okay. And then the next color we're going to use is Natural Sienna. And again, we're just going to go over the whole area. And we're going to take our light brown, so we're going to take yellow brown ochre, and this is where we're going to start adding that light coming out. Actually, I need even more yellow than that. So we're going to use light ochre, I think. I don't like it, so we're going to change it. I want more of a yellow right here. So we're going to take off some of that color on that first one there. And we'll go up through the back with the Natural Sienna. And then we'll start converting to our yellow. The great thing about colored pencils is it erases. And we're going to take some of our darker color. And back to the darker color here in the joints. And then we're going to take, what color do I want? What is that? No, that's light ochre. I want this one. This is the one I want. So we've got gold ochre. And we're going to add that yellow glow onto the floorboards here. That's better. I like that better. Take our Cafe Noir and put it in the back here, nice and dark, because there's no light coming through that area. Darken up over here. And over here. So it's coming through the doorway there. like that. We're going to put a little bit of light on him just because we want to show that that room is lit up. Like so. Alright, now let's do the walls. And we're going to do the walls cream. So ivory bone. Excuse me. And let's do a little tiny bit of gold on there. Excuse me. For the shadow areas at the bottom of the wall. And once I put the ivory in there, it won't look gold. It'll just look like there's a shadow there. Okay, and then the ivory. Now normally I would do these little balls as lights, but they're too round for lights, so I'm just going to do them as little decorations. Colorful little decorations. Because of the way she's done the lights here. And we are going to do those as lights, but we're going to do them as very dim lights. And you guys cannot see any of the color of that light color at all, but that's okay. You'll see it better once we start adding the colors to the walls and that sort of thing on the outside. Okay. And we're going to do silver and gold. And we'll start with silver. And gold. And I'm just using the metallics. We'll come back through later with a little bit of gel pen and put some highlights in. Or an eraser, either which way. Hello, Bee. Welcome, welcome. Yes, you should. I thought you were going to do that in Discord like a month ago. All right. Okay, so there we have our inside of the room done. Now we're going to start working on the outer areas of the room. So I'm just going to dust all that off, and I'm going to zoom you out so you can see a little bit better of what I'm going to do next. All right, so we've got tile floor down here, and we've got up here. Now that roof line is curved and up. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our darkest colors. So I need deep green, and I need this one, dark green, and a little bit of emerald green. This all looks like moss type grass, like evergreen, sort of like this. So that's the way I'm going to color it, is with an evergreen kind of feel. But it's going to be up into the shadows, except for the areas around this set of lights here. So, hello, Calamity. You are not too late. I still have about an hour. Never too late. You have about an hour, dear. I'm going to actually come off of that gold a little bit with some yellow, just to smooth out that edge. Like that a little bit better. All right, so we're going to start furthest away from these lights, so up in here. And we're going to start with our deep green. Because even though these are little lights, they're very dim. I'm going to do them like little tiny battery powered lights. So they're not going to light a whole lot up. They're just going to twinkle. And give a little bit of a glow to the things that are around it. I zip you back in just a little bit here. And there we go. And I'm going to turn you so I can follow the curve of the roof line here. I'm going to press a little bit harder in what looks like leaf areas, like a buildup. An overlap, that's the word I'm looking for. Hello, Catherine. Hello, hello, hello. How are you? was going to call you yesterday and I just never got to it. I hope you are doing okay. Like I said, I was thinking about you yesterday and I was going to call you and I got sidetracked. I get sidetracked very easily. Nice. Putting a shadow under this bulb here. And try to stay on the screen. Oh, I'm sorry. Please don't feel dejected at least. We love you. You're supposed to call me when things like that happen. Just saying. I may not be able to fix it, but I might be able to help you feel better. Oh, awesome, Bee. I love little snowflakes. You guys are all so talented. I do try. Try to cheer people up the best I can. All right. Oh, that's awesome, Bee. I'd have a collection if I did that. Everybody's so talented though. All right, I'm going to come down through here and then we're just going to lighten it up a little. There we go. Now I'm going to use the dark green. And this is up in the ceiling area, so it's going to be quite dark up here. There's going to be a touch of light coming out of here, up here, as well as a little bit of light coming off of these. But way up here at the top of the archway of the roof, there's not going to be a lot of light, so we're doing it really dark up here. I may even come in with a little bit of black and put in that shadow a little deeper. I'm just lightening my hand as I get closer towards the lights and the edge that's going to be lit by the door. Down around these edges, I'm just going to put in a little bit heavier. Building that color up a little. Putting in the heavier shadows behind the Christmas decorations up here. And down through here. And then back up and through here, we're going to go darker again. as we get closer to the roof line. The ceiling line, I should say. All right, and then we're going to use our emerald green. Keeping all the colors quite muted because this is in the dark. There's not a lot of light going to be hitting it, so we don't want it nice and bright. We want it to be very muted so that when we do the rest of the page, the only thing that's going to be bright is where that light is hitting from the doorway. The colors are still going to be there, but they're just going to be very muted, very dark colors. And where I feel that we need them darker, I'm going to use some black just to put some shadowing in and darken things up a little. Okay. Drive carefully, Sue, and hopefully you pop in when you get home. If not, have a wonderful night. All right, now I'm going to take some black, and I'm just going to darken up this area up here. Using the dark green works great, however the black gives that nighttime feel. You can still see the color through it, but it gives it that depth, that deep shadow. Like I said, I have a vision of what I want this to look like in my head. If I'm going to be able to make it look like that is a completely different story. And if it's going to look any good, it's a completely different story. All right. Now, I'm going to blend that in at some point, but just not yet. So don't worry if it looks a little grainy because of the white spot. It's perfectly fine. We will be blending that in. I take some of the gold ochre and we're going to put in some light, especially down here where that door frame is open. And then a little bit on this side here for these lights here. All right, and then we're going to take this one here and we're going to use pollen yellow. And we're just going to come off just a little bit. I don't know if you can even see that. It's just going to be a very faint glow off of these lights here. Just putting that glow on the bulbs here, the decorations. Because they will pick that up. And Mr. Choo Choo is coming through. So if it gets loud, I apologize, because he is blowing his horn quite a bit. Now this one here is going to hit this area here. The light from here is going to hit this area here. So we're just going to put yellow all the way up these three here. All right, well, enjoy. I hope you get some rest and feel better. Get your card done. This is just the base color, so that when we put down the roof color, the light color will shine through better. Now we're going to do our colors. So we're going to start with our red. Just coming over the line a little bit so that we have that red light there. Coming into that yellow. And then we're going to do green. Again, coming into that yellow a little bit. And then blue. Using the indigo. I'm going to sharpen it. And come out past the edge. Do it lighter on the inside. And for the blue, we're going to take a little bit of the light blue and fill it in so that you can see that light shining through. Most of the bulb. And we're just going to darken it up a little bit on the thicker area of the bulb. Like so. And then we're going to start all over with yellow. What do I do with the yellow? Actually, I didn't put the yellow on this one. Put the light yellow in, but I didn't put the dark yellow in. Alright, so I am using banana yellow. For that one. And then we're going to use the red. Which is the scarlet red. Make sure I go out of the line a little bit, giving it that glow. And I'm just going to take a little bit of this one. So I took a little tiny bit of the Curand red. I'm using spring green. I think I'm just going to put a little bit of grass green in there. And in this one too. Just not giving myself enough contrast with the weight of my hand. So we just put the contrast in. It's all good. And then we're going to do blue. So we've got our indigo going outside of the line. Like so. And then we're going to take that Brilliant blue and put in the lighted area. Put in the light. Put in the light. It's going to get a little bit outside there. Try not to wipe it away with your finger because you're just going to smudge it and make a big old mess. Now back to the yellow. And the red. I'm going to take that Korean red. And then green. Again, coming outside the lines. Did I put everybody to sleep already? And then yellow. All right, and the other side will, of course, be done the same way. Well, that's good. I'm glad I haven't put everybody to sleep yet. So we're going to start off with our red. Coming outside of the line. So this is the scarlet red. Koran red. And then the green. So this is the spring green. And then the grass green. And then our blue. So this is indigo. And then Carillion. Hello, Emily. Awesome. I'm glad you're all coloring away. I hope you're coloring wonderful things. Well, I'm sure you're coloring wonderful things, but you know what I mean. Now we're going to go back to the banana yellow. And then our red. So this is the scarlet red. Again, coming out over the line to give us that glow. Again, these are very dim lights. I don't want them extremely bright. The brightest light that we want is what's coming through the door. I am doing good, thank you. How are you? I hope you are doing well. Oh, I have to remember to let Bob know that I ordered what I needed for baskets. Now the grass green. And then the blue. Almost done with this string of lights. Then we can do the ornaments in here, and then we'll move on to the inside walls. All right. Need that a little bit further out. Absolutely, I'm happy you're here too. You be here when you are able to, Wicca. we know that you're thinking about us when you're not here. So you're here when you're here, and you're not when you're not. But we know you're here, so I'm always happy to see you. All right. And the green. Exactly, exactly. Awesome. I'm glad you're coloring a bit more. I hate slumps. I get into them too. They suck. And then the blue. I need to put a little bit more yellow around these guys here. There's not quite enough glow coming off of them. There we go, that's better. It's better. All right. And there we have our lights. I don't know why I put those down because I'm going to need them. Now, I think all these ones up here we're going to do in red, and of course the stars we'll do in gold. Or do you want me to do them in silver and gold? Should I do the balls in silver and the balls in silver and the stars in gold? Hello, Shannon. Hello, Shannon. Me too, me too, me too. Yeah. I am glad you're coloring too. You're coloring beautifully lately. Well, not that you haven't always, but Vibrancy is your middle name right now. Miss Shannon. Debating. I'm debating. I think I'm going to do all the balls like I did inside silver and gold. Yeah. B, the cougar. Hello, B. I completely forgot you're out there dating men half your age. I don't think he's half your age, but still. That's okay. My husband's younger than me, but we're not going to talk about that. Yeah, I'm going to do them silver. So I'm going to do the balls here silver. Going right over top of that yellow. And then we're just going to take a little bit of a brighter yellow. He was awesome. You did such a good job on the vibrancy of that page. The whole page, not just the fish. The whole page was just gorgeous. I'm over here coloring like a kindergartner. And we're going to take some black, and we're just going to fill in the shadow there. Awesome. I'm so glad you were here, and of course have a wonderful night. Say hello to Crashes for us. Well, you know, they do say that men age worse than women, so. You're fine wine, he's sour milk. There we go. That's how I'm aging. I'm aging like sour milk. My husband's aging like fine wine. Putting in a little bit more of that yellow. It is absolutely precious that he checks on you. Young love, it's so wonderful. I just think it's so sweet. Aw. And this one I want more yellow on it too, so I'm just going to put that on there before I get too carried away with the silver. It's been pouring with rain here. I'm actually kind of surprised that my internet has not gone out. Usually if we get a heavy rainstorm, the internet will just go. I'm actually very surprised that it has not. And then I'm going to take the black, and we're going to put a shadow on the top here. And give a little bit of contrast to that silver. Same with this one. I'm going to turn the page just a little bit here. And then the next one, We're not going to have as much light on it. Just going to have just a little tiny bit here on the edge from the light bulb there. Hello, Ronnie. Thank you. I appreciate that, Ronnie. Oh, wrong one. Almost put gold in there. Putting in some black. And then these ones up here are going to be all silver. I'm going to put in a little bit of black. And blend that shadow in. Like so. Alright, same with this one. Hello, Mama Mona. Thank you. I appreciate that. That means a lot. Take the black. Like so. almost done with the roof area here. How much time do we still have? Oh, I'm dropping frames. Sorry about that. So we've only got a couple of minutes left, so I'll finish up this roof and then I've got to run. Off camera, I will do this one here and this one under here, but I'll leave the ribbon, but I'll do the balls and the garland. It'll be done the same way that we did up here, with a little bit less of the yellow because it's further away from the light. So there won't be as much of the light hitting it. So we're not going to need to have that color. So if I have time, which hopefully I will, cross my fingers, I will finish at least that part up off screen. And we will continue this on Monday. Saturday we will be doing another page from Karen Myers' book of the Mystical Lands Chronicles, Book 2. The Christmas Chrysalis and Christmas Crystals and Chrysalis. There we go. Say that 10 times fast. And there is a special treat on Sunday for the final chapter of the Chronicles saga for this book. She will be coming out with another book and hopefully continuing the story. I'm not sure when that will be, but hopefully that'll be soon because it's a little bit of a cliffhanger. But it will be something special on Sunday for that final chapter. So for all of you out there that do listen to this story on Sunday, you have a special surprise coming. And I'm not going to tell you what it is. It'll be a surprise. All right, now we're going to do the gold for the stars. Oh, Nightbody's just all in it today. Letting you know about the Patreon, letting you know about the merch. He's just all up in it today. I'm just using the metallic gold and the metallic silver. That are in the Koh-i-Noor colored pencils. And I will smooth out that color with a blender when we're closer to being finished with it all. All right, I'm going to zoom you out so you can see a little bit better. Of what we've gotten accomplished. So there we have our little mouse peeking through the door. I know it doesn't look like we got a whole lot finished, but we did do the inside of the room as well as up here in the roof line. Like I said, if I do have time, I will come through and I'll finish up this garland and this garland. And then we will do the walls and the stuff further into this room when we get back to this on Monday. Oh dear, cleaning house and working 8 hours. That's a long shift for you, Yana. And absolutely, if you miss the weekend, you can always watch it back later. It's recorded, and family comes first. Always, always, always. Family always comes first. Thank you, Celine. Thank you, Wicca. Thank you, Yana. All right, everyone. Thank you all so much for coming and hanging out. Of course, always remember to like, comment, and subscribe to any YouTube artist that you enjoy. And of course, always remember to relax, color, and stay safe, everyone. Until next time.